Yo, stop fronting and use your head.
Wake up. America is Babylon, and she will be destroyed. Revelation 15 says, come out of her, my people. You must leave now.
Imagine a nation, rich beyond imagination, overflowing with influence, power and pride. A land where the...
There's nothing you can do but get out of New York.
Wake up. America is Babylon, and she will be destroyed. Revelation 18 says, come out of her, my people. You must leave now.
Praise AHAYAH. Children of Israel are here. Mount Hor. We're going inside the tomb to pray for our brother Aaron. Holy land, Qadash. We are in Qadash. And as you know, Mount Hor is at the border of the children of Israel heritage. So we're still within the borders, but this is one of the borders.
Qadash, AHAYAH, sham, AHAYAH, Malak with Ka, Sabah, Vatazawanka, Hayasha, Baharataza, Kawahaya, Bashamaya, Nathan Lanawa, Lakan Kalyawan, Wasalat Nawa, Khawaf Nawa, Kasalat Nawa, Kawaf Nawa, Thabayan Nawa, Minasaya Wapamba, Hawashin Nawa, Mayarai, Kayalaka, Hamlakwa, Wahala, Wahasapara,
Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. Amen. Praise the Messiah.
All glory and praise to AHAYAH, Yashaya, Yashaya, Qadash, Rawach.
Shalom, Israel. Praise AHAYAH, Bahashim Yashaya. Bless you. I pray you all are well and doing well. I pray you are having a blessed week. I had to come on, guys. I wanted to talk about what's going on with this Nolan Wells case, this young man that was taken out. And I pray that you can hear me well. I think so. I pray everything is good. And so I guess we're going to go right into it, guys. But listen, I won't be showing any video tonight. I'm just going to kind of like talk it out. I want to go into some scriptures and I want to just like talk it out. And I'll give you my references and then you can kind of go and check it out when you can. Because I was testing my system yesterday and, the videos weren't doing too well. So I don't want to waste time with that. But praise AHAYAH, thank you for joining me. I thank you, brothers and sisters. I pray that you hit the like button and share and like the video. Please, I ask that you work with me on my channel. I'm still working on everything. So if you don't mind hitting the like button and share, you can comment, have any questions because, I don't want to offend anyone and I don't want people to take things the wrong way. If you're new to my channel, I try to be as honest with people as possible. I try not to be sugarcoating anything because we have a lot of disinformation that's already online. So I don't want to add to it and be, give a lot of ambiguity, because I'm trying to be nice and, not ruffle any feathers. This truth is not for the lighthearted, and the faint of heart. So I just have to be honest with you because I'm going to go into some scriptures. This is a Bible-based channel and giving you prophecy of what is going to happen, what is to come. If you haven't heard it before, you will hear it now because the main objective of my channel is come out of her, my people, talking about the people who are in Babylon and scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, the 12 tribes of Israel. We are to come out of especially Babylon, which is AKA America. Jordan is the safe place. I presently am now in Jordan, and I've been here for the last 15, 17 years, brothers and sisters. Praise AHAYAH, Bahashim Yashaya. I was delivered out, and there is a deliverance going on. The Most High is gathering his people, waking people up, giving them the information, telling them where to go, and it's just time for us to get out of Babylon. So that is the truth, is nothing but the truth, and this is what you're going to get here. Praise AHAYAH. Okay, and I want to go into this Nolan Wells case, a young man in the United States who was unalived. He was unalived and is supposedly drowned, but there's no charges that have been attached to his unalivement as of yet, but it looks very much like foul play. And it's usually always foul play when it comes to our people, the dark people in America. They are really cutting these people off left and right. Left and right, people are being taken out. And, they're coming up with all kind of excuses. But our people are kind of like fast asleep. And so they don't really see, or they don't really want to wake up and smell the coffee of what's actually happened. They got all kind of rituals going on, all kind of demonic entities, all kind of wickedness is going on. And the Bible talks about this. The Bible is the only book that gives you the answers of what is actually going on. It tells you that they deal with sorcery, they deal with witchcraft, they're doing all kind of wickedness to, against the people there. Who, what people? What people? The people that came there on cargo slave ships, who are suffering the curses, who are at the bottom of the barrel, who are suffering in the cities. It's the black people, the Latino people, the Indian tribe that came there, came to the Americas. These are the people, the Haitians that they put over there. That's now, but the Haitians got their own country. So does the Puerto Ricans and the Dominicans. So we want to just basically talk about the black people in America who don't have a land, don't have a tongue, a language that they know of. They don't know who they are and how they got there. They're kicking up a whole lot of drama in America, and they the least of the people, right now on the earth. But luckily, I have good news. This is the good news. The Most High is calling his people. He's calling the people out of America. America will be destroyed. When you read the Bible and you go into Revelation 18 and 4 and read the whole book of Revelation, it just tells you what will happen at the end times. We are, everybody, kind of feeling, and if you don't read the Bible, you kind of sense that we are in the end times. I mean, just something just ain't right. Yes, we are in the end times, and the Bible warns us that Babylon, aka America, will be destroyed. It's time to come out of her, my people. And I mean, you must kind of sense that there's something going on. Things are just getting worse and worse and worse. And they're using all these distractions. What distractions? I'll tell you. Black people, we love music. We love rap music. That's our music. That's our creation. So that's why Jay-Z is all of a sudden coming out the woodworks. You got all these people doing all kind of concerts. Even Kanye West, all over the earth, they're doing Kanye West. Rihanna shows up. You're wondering why now? Why all of a sudden these people are coming out of the woodwork? You got the Tupac murder investigation going on right now. You got Diddy Combs locked up in jail. I mean, all distraction after distraction after distraction. This is a form and a part of their witchcraft, keeping our people still. Still for what? Still because they know destruction is coming. Destruction is coming, brothers and sisters. And I know I've been on this internet talking for years, and people are like, well, Sister Carter, where? You've been saying that for a long time. Luckily, guys, the Most High is merciful, and he gives us time. He's given us time. And I did a lesson last week about holding back the angels are holding back the four corners of the earth, the winds, to hold so that our people will wake up and snap out of it and get out of Babylon. Yes, he's holding back the winds, brothers and sisters. That's what they distracting you on. They got all this stuff going. It's making your head spin. This distraction is so deep. I mean, from one day to the next, it's always something. You got the Jay-Z concert, then you got somebody drowning, the Nolan wells drowning, then somebody else get killed, somebody get lynched, somebody get hung, somebody get ran over, some cops shoot somebody. I mean, it's just going from one extreme to the next in America. Why? Because the children of Israel are sitting there, twiddling their thumbs, all on the internet. The men are so distracted, making YouTube videos. They're all talking about all these things, but no one has a clue of what to do. No one has an inkling to know to come and get up out of the way that destruction is coming to America. Why? You ask me, what kind of why? Why don't they know? Why is because when we came to America, we came there under curses, and the Most High, he punished the children of Israel, put us under our enemies. Yes, the enemies are the ones who are ruling America and the earth today. And they hate us. And so they're doing all these things against us, and they're trying to keep us distracted so you can sit still into time of destruction. They got all kind of CIA agents, Mossad. I mean, everything in, the earth that they can muster up to keep us busy and still. They are doing it at this time. I mean, you gotta see it. You gotta know it. So, I mean, I just needed to put that out there, but I want to go into this Nolan Wells case. Now, guys, normally I put up a lot of videos, and I'll give you sources of where I'm getting the information from, because there's a lot of people online talking, and there's a lot of mis and disinformation. And it's not by chance, brothers and sisters. They're doing this stuff on purpose because they're trying to evade the scenario. In my opinion, I believe the young man was unalived. He was brutally unalived. And but they said, now the parents, I want to ask you guys a question, and you can give me a message in the comment section, please, to let me know what your thoughts are. Because when there's someone is missing, and then they find the body, they take it to the morgue or whatever, someone has to recognize the body. Someone has to claim the body, right? So I believe that the parents know that, they claimed the body. They know it's him. And they did not mention in the many or the few news coverage that the parents did, speaking with a Crump, the lead attorney that they hired, that they showed any bruising or any foul play on the body. I believe that the parents would have had to go and recognize the body to say that it was actually him. So that's something that I wanted to go into, because people are trying to act like, oh, they're waiting for the autopsy report because, they're waiting to say that he was, brutally beaten and all this stuff. But I believe that the parents would have had to go down. Somebody had to go down and to claim the body, at the morgue, and claim that it was him. So I think the parents would know if there was any foul play as far as him looking like he was beat up or harmed or bruises, or things like that, because they had to, recognize him, right? Is that correct? If you want to leave me a comment in the comment section if I'm wrong. But I believe somebody has to be a witness that that's actually him, you know. So I think that takes that off the table, that I don't think that it would be that he was brutally beaten, because the mother and the father would know that already by, when they went to recognize, to say that it was him, that it was his body. Okay, so there were so many different stories that had came out about this situation. So many different, stories, and it was a lot of mis and disinformation. And I'm going to tell you why. I've watched a few different YouTubers, and I normally would play their YouTube clips, but because my sound is acting up, I'm not even going to bother. I will try to make sure I put the links to these videos in my description box once the video is over, so that you can go and look at this information for yourself. But one of the brothers that I checked out, he was a few, I think it's, oh, that, thank you, it came to my mind. His name, it was Fugitive something, the name of his channel, Fugitive. And he likes to do these kind of cases because he was once a fugitive on the run for many years. I don't know the name of the channel. It was Fugitive something. It was talking about fugitives, but he went into a lot of information. I will definitely now try and go and find his video and put it in my description box when I'm finished this video. But he brought out some interesting points, because a lot of people are saying there's these two women that popped up on the internet, and they was like, oh, they had a friend who worked in the airlines or worked with shipping dead bodies, from one country to the next or one location to the next. And they were told that his body was disrespected because it was laying face down, for one. They said that the body was like even burned, it was in bad shape, that they were so alarmed, and they went on and on and on about this mis and disinformation. And I saw the videos, on several channels. People were putting it up on the channels, and we were talking about this stuff. And then I watched this Fugitive guy, and I have to look for his channels. I was looking in my history to look for it. I couldn't find it, but I couldn't play it anyway. So you're going to have to look for it in my description box, guys. He brought out some very valid points, and I agree with him. He was saying that, first of all, when a body goes to the morgue, there's certain procedures that has to be done. And first of all, you do not get to see the body. They put the body in a bag, and then they even put it in a box. They tape it up so you cannot, you would just see like a box, and it's going through the airport from the coroner's office, from where it's first, pronounced dead, and, wherever they, have to do once the body is pronounced dead. They package the body up. You don't know whether it's lying face down or not. You don't know which side is which. You don't know. And for these people to be going online with this kind of mis and disinformation, it's obviously that there's a whole ploy to, and I'm just going to say it right now, but then I'll go into it more later, just to get our people riled up, to get our people all in a hussy fit, because they're trying to promote race wars. And brothers and sisters, let me just tell you now, the whole race war prophecy is long done. It was done back in the time of Egypt, the arising of Egypt, the arising of Tunisia and Yemen. That was the race wars that was prophesied by Christ, Yashaya, in Matthew 24. But they need to give out this race war information because they need to skew the timeline. Like you still got time and you don't have no time, brothers and sisters. So anybody who's trying to promote the whole race war thing, like we're in that time, they're part of the whole misinformation, racket. They really trying to slow up the prophecies, brothers and sisters, so that you, the children of Israel, who are especially, sitting in America, won't know what time you're in. It is time to get out and flee and run for your lives. And it's been that time for some time now. But you'll let them try to divert the prophecy and try to act like, oh, we're in Matthew 24, wars and rumors of wars and, race wars. So to act like it's not time yet, because that's what the prophecy says. Now I'm going to go into those scriptures and I'll read it for you. But y'all need to understand the level of which your enemy, those who are the 12 tribes of Israel sitting in America, the lengths that your enemy is willing to go to keep you still and to keep you sitting still because they know destruction is coming. They're trying to get all their ducks in a row, brothers and sisters, and they're doing it. And you sitting there distracted, thinking you got time, thinking you can do this and you could that. Oh, we still got time. When you see that everything is right at the door. The war in Iran is a big indicator. And now this is going on 1 year that this thing has been, or at least 8 months with Iran and America going back to back. But it's been about a year. Okay. And so, the Most High he's merciful. And he's trying to let his people understand that it's time to get out, run for your lives. And there is a safe place. Jordan is the safe place to get out, get out, get out. Praise AHAYAH, Bahashim Yashaya. And I got to give all glory and praise to AHAYAH because, he's loving his people. He's loving on his people. And he's trying to get his people's attention and let them know that they must flee. But because there's so much missing disinformation and our people are just in a dead sleep thinking, they don't know what to do. They don't know who to believe and they don't know where to go. And I'm basically the only person on YouTube that's giving you a direct location. People are trying to distract the children of Israel and tell them to go here, even go down to Africa. And I wanted to do a video on that whole thing because now, people are getting, kicked out of Africa because especially South Africa, them people are rising up and they really doing it against other Africans, but it's a clear indication for Americans that it's not safe there. And that's because the Most High is doing these type of things. So the children of Israel won't get settled in the wrong place. A lot of these brothers and sisters are fleeing into Africa because they think because we went there and we was on slave ship, we ended up on slave ship, that's the place to go. But that's not the place to go. Okay? That signifies captivity again because Africa is going to flare up as well. And they know that, and that's why they're trying to get people to go into Africa. But our people will be safe in one place, and that's where the holy mountain is, and that's here in Jordan. Jordan is the safe place. It's the same location where Moses and Christ led the children of Israel in the wilderness the first time. And I will try to remember to go into those scriptures as well, because there's a lot of things I want to cover. And if you definitely let me know, I'll go into those scriptures. Okay. So, praise AHAYAH Bahashim Yashaya, guys. And don't forget to hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to share this video because we're going to go into it. Now, so I said this brother, he brought out a lot of information. This guy, Fugitive is the name of his channel. Fugitive something. I'll try to find it and put it in the description box after the video is over. But for one thing, he pointed out, and he gave an example. He showed how that, he had people who worked in the industry, showed you the boxes, how they wrap the boxes up, how they go to great lengths to package a corpse and, prepare it to be moved from one location to the next. So what they had those ladies on there talking about was pure rubbish, once you see the information. But a lot of us, we don't know what happens, how these things are done. I mean, common sense should kick in, but even with me, when I heard the story of the two girls talking and they were saying how disgusted they were, they were clearly, now that I know, the procedure of moving a dead body, they clearly were paid actors to hype people up, to get you riled up and get you all in your feelings, because they know Black people, we are very emotional people. We're very into empathy. We're caring and we loving. And they try to really milk and work on that part of us so to get us to rise up, because they want us to be marching in the streets. They want us to be, causing a race war. But they know that prophecy has been passed, brothers and sisters. It is time to leave. We are at the time of Jacob's trouble, and you need to get out of Babylon. It's now more rumors of war and wars of rumors, all that stuff, but it's not the time yet. And that's what they're for. That's why they're doing this thing. They want to divert the prophecy and divert the people from understanding where we are in prophecy. And you got to understand that. And you got to know that this is why they're doing it. So also this guy, he mentioned that someone reached out to him. Now he's a content creator. He got a certain number of people that watch him, so he got a decent following. So they reached out to him and wanted him to give a certain amount of information, and they would pay him. This is what he said. He said they offered to pay me, and I said no, I'm not doing that. So, and he said I can imagine how many other YouTubers were approached and how many actually took the money, because a lot of people are real desperate for money and they will do whatever. And so that's why you got so many people saying certain things on YouTube, trying to shake things up and get people all in their feelings about how he was beaten and how, he was burned, and how, this case is being, and listen, y'all gotta understand, this thing is worldwide. Even the Black people are in on it. It's a boule. There's a Black boule, and that's why that the attorney that was hired, Crump, I believe his name is. You got to be careful with all of them, because a lot of them be a part of this boule. We know Al Sharpton. Oh my goodness, come on, Al Sharpton. Oh my goodness, they called him out. Then they're trying to keep the foolishness going. So you have to be careful. And just like with the young lady that was unalived recently by the white boyfriend in one of those resorts, I forgot so fast. But all this race baiting, brothers and sisters, they are trying. They're going, and they're not gonna stop. They're gonna keep trying, the children of Israel, because they want you in your feelings. They want to raise you up to start boycotting and fighting and doing all kind of wickedness, so they have a means to bring out these troops that they got laying dormant in every city in Babylon. Okay, the National Guard has been in several cities and they haven't left. You just haven't heard anything on the news about them, but they're waiting. So they're trying to bait our people. So I pray that you make this a conversation, brothers and sisters. Don't fall for the okie doke. They are trying to raise bait, and they're trying to drag our people out. And just like, when the other nations, the Chinese people or the other nations are out boycotting, they want to drag our people in it. And so far, so good. Our people have been standing down. Do not get involved, brothers and sisters. Do not let them bait you into this emotional, drawn out, sad story with the violins with these people. Okay. And then you come to find out. Now, I saw recently, and I'm just going to bring this up. One of the channels like Ringo TV, he did a nice little piece on the mother. She's from Filipinos. Now, according to the 12 tribe chart, they too are Israel. So it doesn't matter either way. But the thing is that our people, Black people, will always try to fight for somebody who looks Black. Just like the whole Kamala Harris running for, with the Democrats, and people ran and tried to claim she was Black. praise AHAYAH for Candace Owen really, shredding all that information and bringing out all the dirt on Kamala. How these people are not, and they don't even consider themselves black people, but yet we're willing to get up and stand up and fight for these causes, and they're not our fight. If she's Filipino, okay. But if you're not subscribing to the 12 tribes of Israel, and you don't know that you're a Hebrew Israelite, you sure enough should not be that vested in that. And I'm just saying that just to be honest and clear, brothers and sisters, because they got the big black man as her husband, but again, Ringo Starr brought out some information. The child, Nolan Wells, does not carry the last name of the father. So it's probably not his biological father, but they have him sitting there on camera to make us feel like, these are black. This is a African American family, and that's not necessarily the case. Okay, and they're baiting our people. Now she's Filipino, and as far because I'm a Hebrew Israelite, she would be considered part of the 12 tribe. So okay, it's still our people, but for us as Black Americans, okay, hold on. For us as Black Americans to be rising up and jumping up, she wasn't, and nor was her son, claiming to be a Black American. She was claiming her Filipina heritage, and so was her son. He had the flag on his page and these kind of things. So it don't even make no sense for our people, really, because where is the Filipino community? Why aren't they in an uproar? She was claiming to be a Filipina, okay? She was claiming that was her people, okay? Now, if you go to Ringo's Ringo TV, he did all the information on the website and gave all the information. Now, people are kind of getting on him because of some of the things that he has said. And he's coming from the point of, like how I'm saying it, they're race baiting us. And, maybe he has his way of saying things, and people have their different way of expressing themselves and doing things. And, that's where, this comes from. But I understand why he's saying what he's saying, because they are, again, taking us for boo-boo the fool and using all this information to try to get the children of Israel riled up, to be going out into the streets, to be, raising up so that they can call them national guards that they got in the cut, to be taking our people to jail and handcuffing us and beating us to death and using water hoses and all this kind of stuff on us. Okay, so you got to understand what is actually happening here and what is at play. Also, another person who covered it was Tough News. He also covered it. I just saw his thing today, and he said the same thing. He came out, and I think one of the news organizations spoke about her being Filipino. So it's out now. But the first person who I saw bring that out was Ringo TV. So, and he went into it in depth. So you can go on his channel and watch how he broke it down, okay? And if I get one of the links, I will put it in my description box later, but I won't be showing any videos, guys, because it's so low. I got a lot going on technically. It's just a never-ending saga. So please forgive me. I can't show videos, but I'm going to talk. I've watched enough information on it, and I really just wanted to warn our people, to tell people to please don't get all caught up in your emotions with these people, because, and Ringo Starr was also going in on the fact that our people raised up millions of dollars. And this is what I want to speak about. They raised up almost $1 million for them, for the wrongful death. And it's understandable if we want to bring our funds together and put our things together to help these families. And the same thing with the Carmelo young man, the Carmelo Anthony, they close to 1,700,000, our people come together. But, and I just want to say this, brothers and sisters, y'all see my forerunner. Hold on. I know you can hear me, right? My forerunner, let me put the banner up, because listen, when it comes down to the children of Israel to be in trouble, and when we need help, and when we need somebody to come and help us out. And we're going to need tents in this wilderness. Our people, ain't nobody going to come to the rescue, brothers and sisters. When the children of Israel have to come out of her, my people, and while you have to get into this desert, when it finally sinks in, then you realize, oh, there was a sister on the internet saying that maybe, there is a safe place, that Jordan is a safe place. Meanwhile, the banks are going to be shut down. There ain't going to be no money in the system. They're going to be going into the mark of the beast. What are you going to do? So our people are so quick to be, and this is where Rango Starr was kind of going at our people, because we raising money for these causes. Now, I don't want to go into the whole thing, but a lot of these things be psyops, because they're trying to bait the children of Israel. Now, I don't want to say this about this family. I'm not saying this is the case, but a lot of the time, brothers and sisters, these things, a lot of people be sacrificing to Moloch. And those who know, those who know the Bible and know how people, like I told y'all about Jennifer Hudson, these are the girl who got the TV show now, had to sacrifice her whole family for fame, and these kind of things. This is what they do. And so I'm not saying that this is the case here, but hey, guys, a lot of these times, these people are being sacrificed. Just like the girl, the Janae case with the boyfriend in, was it Jamaica or where was it? I forgot where. But she fought him and they were engaged. And it turns out, all kind of stuff. Just like the girl who went to Mexico and was beaten to death, and a lot of stuff. They be having the checkered floors and some black and white symbolism, like the man Crump putting up the hand signs. You never know, brothers and sisters. And the reason why I'm bringing this out is because our people are sitting there giving our money over hands over fists to these people, because emotionally they done pulled the strings and out the violins and have you thinking, oh, we got to help. But brothers and sisters, you need to please understand that destruction is coming to America. And even though you can't see it right now, even though you should be, you're spiritual people, you should know that something ain't right. You should feel it in your bones, in your spirit, that something ain't right, and you need to be preparing to make a move. And so instead of giving your money hand over fist to these situations, and I'm not saying not to give and not to be generous and not to help people, brothers and sisters, but we're about to come into a time of trouble, where our people are going to be trying to get up out of Babylon, and there's no planes, there ain't going to be no access for you to make a move. This is why they're sitting you still. This is why they're distracting you with all this foolishness that they got going on. The Michael Jackson movie, even though I love Michael Jackson, even I did a video about it, and I did it. It's a distraction, brothers and sisters, to keep you still. Instead of you doing all this and worried about everybody else, worry about your own backyard. Worry about your children. Worry about how you're going to survive. When doodle hit the fan, what are you going to do? And that's why, let me put my runner up, because people, they want to talk about me and talk bad about me and say these things about me. But brothers and sisters, when it comes, hit the fan, there's only going to be one safe place, because that's what the Most High said. Thus saith AHAYAH. It's Jordan. It's one safe place. This is the land we are supposed to be in. This is where he's going to protect us at. This is where we're going to dwell at when Yashaya comes. Christ is going to break the atmosphere, coming for his people, and he's coming for war, and he's going to fight for us in this side of the land, not in America. He's not coming to America, brothers and sisters. You should understand that. You should know it. You should study it. You should read about it. You should proclaim it. You should be preparing to get up out of Babylon so that you can make it through. So that's why, okay, I'm talking, but I ain't putting it up. Here we go. That's why I got this banner up, brothers and sisters. Let me put a bigger one up. Let me put this one up. Yeah. Okay, straight up. So that we can have tents and food and all kind of things that we need when doo-doo hit the fan. When I say ish, hit the fan. It's coming, brothers and sisters. Stop playing yourself. I know our people want to be so sympathetic and empathetic for everybody else. And we want to, we want to rally and go. But brothers and sisters, they're not doing all this stuff for nothing. Trust me. They're coming for you. And you need to get out of harm's way. You need to prepare. And I urge you to come out. Because Sister Connor, I'm doing everything in my power to be prepared. And I can't do it by myself. And I pray you brothers and sisters get it together. Get your minds right. Get your minds right. The Bible says that Babylon is infested, and I'm paraphrasing, with demons. Every foul spirit, it's infested, brothers and sisters. So it's hard to spiritually pass through and understand, what's happening. They are really pulling out all the stops. They just cut off the CERN recently, that CERN, because they're gearing up again for another thing. They done put all the spirits they can put out in the earth. That's why everybody is battling with all kind of stuff, brothers and sisters. Y'all got to see what is going on. Okay, so I got to interject this stuff to let y'all know. The banner is there. Help. We need tents. We need land. We need food. We need cattle. We need everything, brothers and sisters. We need it. And it's going to be here in this land. So I pray that y'all start really paying attention, because they're doing a job on our people there. They're not pulling out no stops. They're not pulling out no stops with this wickedness that they're doing. Every other day is something new. Just like in the book of Ezra tells you, second Ezra tells you, where it's mingled together. Then it's going to be a mass shooting. Then it's going to be, then the Iran war. And then, Michael Jackson, another psyop a movie come out. And then the Tupac verdict. And then it's just one distraction after another. And our poor brothers, oh my gosh. They just so caught up in all this stuff. Did you see the Jay-Z tour? I mean, he did the Yankee Stadium thing. 30,000 people. Mainly our people buying tickets, $500 a whop, if not more, I'm sure. This is what our people are spending their money on. But if you put up a thing asking for donations for a tent, for the wilderness, for land that, for a precaution of us getting out of America, nothing. Nobody cares. They ain't got no clue. They don't have no idea. All they can see is what's right in front of them. It's a psyop. Even our poor brothers, the IUIC, they went out there marching. Okay, knowing that we saying we ain't gonna be doing no more marching. What are you marching for? And especially in Mississippi, them people gonna do what they listen. Did y'all notice how mum's the word? Nobody from their community is talking. It's a consensus amongst them. It's a consensus. Nobody can say a word. Mum's the word. Only black people are being interviewed. Only the mixed people in their community are being interviewed. Them Caucasian people ain't saying nothing. There's a code among them. Nobody is to speak, and ain't nobody speaking, y'all. Just like, and you know what I liken it to? I liken it to us being the children of Israel, coming in on slave ships, knowing we suffering the curses, and nobody won't tell us nothing. They refuse to tell us who we were, who we are, what's going on with them. A lot of them know. Some of them don't know, but a lot of them, their parents knew who we were. They come there to take advantage of us. They come running to that country so that, look, like a great example is those Chinese people mad now because the people are boycotting their hair salons and their nail salons and their beauty salons. So they knew who we was. They thought we were so asleep that they could talk reckless out of their mouths to us. And nobody was going to say anything. Nobody was going to do anything. So now it's like, now Now, when black people stood up for themselves, because they know who we are and they came there to take advantage of us. The same thing with the Sudanese. I forgot which state that was in, Minnesota somewhere. They get money through daycares, getting all the, black people money under the NAACP, under our causes. They getting money, the Sudanese. And, all these other nations coming there, robbing the children of Israel because they know who we are. Martin Luther King died and stood and marched for those reparations so that we don't receive nothing. No bank loans, nothing, brothers and sisters. They all know. They know who we are. And they are being taken advantage of us, and they've been taking advantage of us, and our people are still waddling around in Babylon, clueless, doing uprisings for people who don't care nothing about you. Just like the sister, even though she's full of Philippine, they don't care about being black. They moved into an all-white Mississippi to get away from black folks. Okay? I mean, I'm just saying, guys, don't get offended. They move into these predominantly white areas because they don't want to be black. They don't want to associate with black. And that's the bottom line. So now when something like this happens, now it's like, oh, everybody's in an uproar. You shouldn't have been there. Okay? You shouldn't be living amongst them. And I know people are saying that about even us coming into these other lands, even me coming into Jordan. We have to be careful, brothers and sisters. But we must do what the Most High say do. If he said he's going to protect you here, then he's going to protect you here. But you must keep his law, statute, commandments. You must learn about him. You must know his name. You must pray to him and keep his holy days and feast days. There are rules that you have to abide by. In order to get that protection, you must come under his subjection. So, and that's the premise of you coming out, to learn about your God, to keep these law, statutes, commandments, to learn the power you're supposed to serve. And one of the laws, speaking of which, I might as well go there, and this is where I want to go into scripture. For the bottom line is, brothers and sisters, the Most High tell the children of Israel not to mix with the other nations. We're not to mix with the other nations. And so this is what's happening there. A lot of our people want to marry, like that young. Listen, the Most High is putting the examples out there. With that woman that was unalived by her so-called fiance, I don't know what happened to that case. It's in oblivion right now. These psyops, they go and come so quickly, it'll make your head spin. Okay? So 2 months ago, a month ago, we were talking about what's her name, Janae, and the boyfriend at the resort, who was supposedly unalived by him. Now what? Poof, be gone. Nothing. You don't hear nothing. What happened? What happened with the case? It was such an uproar. Okay, and now next month it'll be something else. And this case, what? But yet, just like 2 weeks ago, it was the Carmelo Anthony case, and it basically, what it comes down to? Our people just way too busy. We're in everything and everybody's affair, and we ain't even checking in our own backyard. And that's the truth. Because if you had an idea and an inkling what was coming, you think this is something. You think this Nolan Wells is something. You think the Carmelo Anthony issue is something. You think the Janae with the, Caucasian fiance is something. Wait till Esau whip out a can and whip behind on the whole nation, okay, of Israel. Then you're going to know. You really, really going to know. Y'all think what Trump is doing is something. Oh, guys, you have no idea. It's going to be a time like no other time in the earth. This is what the Bible says. So, I'm not here in Jordan screaming from the rooftops for nothing. Trust me. The Most High is trying and testing you guys. But what it boils down to, there's only one place, brothers and sisters. One safe place. Excuse me. And that's Jordan. Let me get some more juice. Hibiscus juice. I love it. Okay. Now, this is what I wanted to go into the scriptures about, because I just think people just need to be reminded. The Most High said, do not mingle with the other nations. And this is, guys, this is not a slight against anybody else. It's not, brothers and sisters, it's not prejudice or acting like racist. People get mad because there's so much mixing and mingling amongst the nations that they make it look foreign when you try to speak what's in the Bible and say, we're not supposed to mix and match. The Most High said, don't do that. And why he said don't do that? He said because for one thing, they don't like you. They don't like you because they don't like him. They hate him. These other nations, they hate him because he chose you as a people. And people get mad about that because they want to be the chosen people. Hold on, excuse me. Every nation on this earth, they want to be the chosen people, but he only chose one people. And it happens to be you. So they don't like you. So you're thinking it's okay to mix and mingle because they're trying to act like, oh, can't we all get along? And that's why you see time after time after time, they taking out our people. Even it's a police shooting, even some kind of something goes wrong. And it's our people that's always going to end up unalive. Why is that? And the second that one of their people get unalive. Oh, wow, a speedy trial. Look, he was convicted already. We can't even get an autopsy. In the time that this boy was already hung and convicted, Carmela Anthony, put in jail, given a sentence, they can't even get the autopsy report back. Go figure. You get such a speedy trial when it comes to their people and what's going on with them. But when it comes to us, now it takes 2 weeks, a month to get the autopsy report. Nobody's saying nothing. Everybody's quiet. You can't get one testimony, one statement. Nobody's speaking up. Unbelievable. A whole town was out that day for the 4th of July. Everybody was out. And nobody got nothing to say. Not one Caucasian person knows what happened. I saw on Willie. Now a lot of people, they got mixed reviews about Willie. That brother named Willie from the rap group Willie D. I think that's his name. I watch him a lot, but I see people, But also this could be misinformation too. But there's an email, and I'll put the link to that video because at least I know his name, Willie D. And I'll do Ringo Starr as well, and I'll try to find a fugitive guy as well. Not Ringo TV. I'm sorry, Ringo Starr, whatever. Ringo TV. Okay. Willie D recently, one of his last couple of videos, he said that there's an email out now. This is neither here nor there, but a woman said that Nolan Wells made it back to shore. He made it back, and he was at a party, and he was beaten to death. That's what she said. And that's why I brought up the fact that if he was beaten to death, and like they said he was, and possibly burned and all this, like body mutilated and all this stuff, when the mother or father or whoever went to identify the body, I'm sure somebody from the family or close to kin had to go and and identify the body. Isn't that a normal procedure in a missing person's case? And then his body, came to shore. Somebody had to identify him. Okay. Then they would have known if the body was bruised or beaten up badly. The parents would already know that. Now, unless there's some other information out, y'all can let me know. You can leave a comment and let me know. But that's just common sense for me. So it must not have been that he was badly bruised or beaten because disfigured or anything like that, because whoever identified the body, which it had to be someone close, they have to sign for that. They would know that. So y'all could let me know what y'all thoughts on that. But I don't, but I just wanted to put my 2 cents about that, because our people getting in the uproar about these things, and when you got bigger fish to fry, Israel, black people in America, FBA, or whatever you choose to call yourself, the Most High is bringing judgment, and the command is, come out of her, my people. So people want to raise millions of dollars for all these other things, but yet you can't secure a place. I'm sitting here in Jordan, and I'm constantly begging for money, telling y'all we need tents, and they can say whatever they want, but ain't nobody else here trying to do anything outside of America, really setting up for this thing. And this is why the Most High put me here, and this is why he placed me here, and this is why I'm here every week or every other week, giving you these videos and telling you, brothers and sisters, a time of trouble is coming. We need to prepare. We need to have tents. We need to have food. We need to have water. We need to have goats and sheep. And I've been here, and I know exactly how to get it, and I know what to do. I know where to get it. I know what to do. The Most High showed me, and especially for those who've seen my extended videos, giving you landmass. I give you scriptures. I'm giving you a lot of information, brothers and sisters, on Jordan being the safe place, Qadash, knowing that Jordan, without a shadow of a doubt, that this is where we're going to be. Not in Egypt, not in Saudi Arabia. We're going to be right here in Jordan, because this is where Moses and our forefathers dwelled for 40 years in this wilderness. 40 years. The same location, brothers and sisters. The Most High has not changed. He does not change. Okay, so let me just go into some of these scriptures to remind our people we are not to mix and mingle with the other nations. That's not saying that the other nations are not going to make it into the kingdom. It's not saying that. We will be amongst other people. The Gentiles will be amongst us, those who are called by the Most High's name. Those who put down the wickedness and all the sin that they thought they knew, calling on these wrong names, calling on different gods. You must come back to the Most High, AHAYAH. I am that I am. He's calling his people out. That's his name, AHAYAH. And the Indians kept the name, Hayah, 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 Hayah. They were calling on the Most High the whole time, the Indian tribes. Okay? And the son name, his son is not Jesus. There were no J's. There were no E's. There was no U's in the time when Christ walked the earth. His name was Yashaya. Yashaya. In the ancient Phoenician Hebrew, it means save or savior or my savior. That's what it means. Yashaya is the name of Christ, and he will be coming. He's returning, brothers and sisters. He's coming. He's coming back. And this is the place where we are to be. And this is why I have that banner up that says, help with the work, get land. We need food. We need water. We need animals. We need the goats and sheep and things like tents. We need to get these things so that we can at least survive. We can set up to be here. And I'm not just talking about 1 or 2 people. I've been here long enough. I have a tent. I have water. I have set up to where I can survive. But when you talk about masses of people, a lot of people, I can't do this for everybody. I can only do for what I can do for myself. But we as a people, as a nation, We have to come together so that we can survive, brothers and sisters. And people, they'll come against me, they'll say whatever, but I'm still here. And I'm not going nowhere, brother. AHAYAH willing, I won't be going anywhere. I will stand here until the Most High tell me to do something different. And this is what he told me to do. Talk to the children of Israel. Tell the children of Israel. Warn the children of Israel. Show them their way. Show them what is going on. All this misinformation, people pouring into these other people, but they have no idea what's coming for you. Who's going to help you? Who's going to help you, brothers and sisters? You was raising millions of dollars, putting money in GoFundMe, and I have this GoFundMe. This is specifically for tents, water, food, sheep, and shelter for the children of Israel. We have to do it. You cannot afford to sit back and throw money at these causes. They're just running you out of money. Now, y'all, it'll come out. We're going to see what the situation is, brothers and sisters. We're going to see. But I urge you, brothers, not to get all into your emotions. They're trying to, draw out the violins and beat you to death and beat you in the head with this story, Meanwhile, they're setting up. They're setting up, brothers and sisters. They're preparing to take our people down. Just like they prepared for that boy to be, they need a 4th of July ritual. They need it. They know what they're doing, brothers and sisters. They're sacrificing to their gods. And our people are the sacrifice. 9 times out of 10, we are the sacrifice. So this is what they're doing, and they do it right boldly in your face. Nobody's speaking. No Caucasian person has stepped up and said a word. There's only black people talking. Why is that? In an all-white town, supposedly. Only black people are talking. Okay, one second. Shalom, Sister Michelle White, praise AHAYAH. She says, somehow the other nations like to dwell amongst us, even though we are not interested in the first place. Yeah, because listen, just like you see the mum's the word where nobody's talking, not one person from these towns is stepping up, giving a witness to anything. It's the same thing with that. There's a whole push for these white men to go after black women, and for these black men going after these white girls, or these white girls going after these black men. I mean, I think a couple of weeks ago, a month or two ago, there was a girl online telling other white girls how to, appeal to these black men to get the money from these athletes. Listen, it's a whole push, brothers and sisters, because they know our laws. They know it's against the Most High for us to be dibbling-dabbling with these other nations. And so they purposely push their daughters and sons and go after it because it weakens us as a nation. Okay, so that's what this is about. Let me go into the scriptures really quickly so we can read. I'm going to share my screen with you because y'all need to understand why all this stuff is going on. Even, and I've said to you many times, even with like Nipsey Hussle. Now, he wasn't a black man. I'm just giving him as an example, but how they will put your daughters on these men. Nipsey Hussle was with the girl Lauren London, who her father's an Ashkenazi Jew. And he was end up taken down. They took him out for whatever reason. Even though he wasn't really a black man, he was from Ethiopia. He was from the Eritrean people in Ethiopia. But it just lets you know how they do things and, things like that. They will put people on you. And they know that is a big no-no for us. This breaks our laws. If one of us is married to a heathen, the whole nation of Israel is cursed. And they know it. So look, that's why we're running around in circles and we can't get ourselves together because nobody is pushing these laws. These brothers are being sedated. These brothers are taken down, infiltrated. They can't even speak like this freely and say anything like this. They can't talk like this. They'll say, well, who am I to tell who to marry? This is what the excuse, like that sounds like you're a man of the Most High AHAYAH. If you come out and say, well, who am I to judge people on their marriage? You're supposed to be a king of the earth. You're supposed to be one of the king and priests who's going to stand up at the end time. Yes, you are supposed to give the law. That's what you sound like. But they'll come with these petty excuses. No, it's infiltration. Esau won't allow you to come and speak the law of the Most High. But you know what? I'm going to read it today. Hold on. Since our brothers can't do it. Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am. I'll speak because our brothers can't speak. Let me share my screen. 1 second. Let's see it here. Okay. Give me 1 second. I should be sharing. Hold on. Okay, there it is. We in Deuteronomy 7. I know there's something. Oh, God. Deuteronomy 7, brothers and sisters. This is the whole consensus of the matter. This is the whole point, brothers and sisters. And this is what the Most High is trying to bring out to the children of Israel. Because we're not supposed to be dealing with them like that. We're not supposed to do it. And so that's why you got all this racial stuff coming up. For one, they're trying to bait you for a race war. But for two, the Most High want to get your attention to let you know. Get into your book. Get back into your Bible. They tricked you out of your own book. Okay, hold on. They tricked you out of your own book. Ain't that something? Yeah, I don't know what I did. Why this thing looks like this. Let's see. Okay, that's what it's supposed to be. We in Deuteronomy, get your Bibles out, 7. And we're going to read down to maybe about 4 or 5. Okay, it says, Deuteronomy 7:1, a chosen people. Okay, that's the title. It says, when AHAYAH, thy power, shall bring thee into the land whither thou goest to possess it, and hath cast out many nations before thee, the Hittites, and the Girgitites, and the Amorites, and the Canaanites, and the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, 7 nations greater and mightier than you. 2. And when AHAYAH thy power shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them. Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor shall thou show mercy unto them, like they don't show mercy unto us. Okay? How they, unalive our people and everybody's quiet. 3, neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Okay, I'm going to highlight that, brothers and sisters, because the Most High is clear telling us not to marry with the other nations. Now, a lot of people are like, well, we don't know who those nations are today. These are the 7 nations that was in the earth when the Most High told us not to marry with the other nations, no matter who they are. We are not to marry and intermingle with these other nations. You're supposed to stay within your tribe. Now, I know that's an issue because you're just finding out that you're Hebrew Israelite and you might not exactly know who your tribe is. But listen, brother, it's better safe than sorry. Be careful. Don't get involved. And he's going to tell you why. Make no marriages with them. Thy daughters shall not give unto his sons, nor his daughters shalt thou take unto thy sons. For they will turn away thy sons from following me. The Most High is a jealous power. And he's saying the reason why is because they're going to turn you away. They're going to worship their gods. They're going to show you about their gods. And you know how these people are. When you start talking religion with people, They be adamant about what they believe. And it's usually our people who will be more humble, will be more subdued and meek, and we'll let people, you know, enforce their religion and what they believe on us, and we'll be the meek ones and end up going along, following them, instead of you standing up for the Most High and these laws, statutes, and commandments that's in this book. Okay? He tells you not to do it because why? You're going to end up serving their gods. And this is exactly in these cases. A lot of these people, they're sacrificing their children to Moloch. This is a ritual that they do. They do it for prestige. They do it for all kind of things. And I told you again, like that lawyer Crump, he's throwing up them hand signs in some of his pictures. So you got the black boule. It be our people too, willing to sell us out. They'll sell their children out. They'll sacrifice their children for fame, for money, for position, whatever they got to do. This is what they do, brothers. This is what the Most High has told us not to do. And this is why he has these laws in place. And this is why he tells you not to do certain things. Don't get involved with don't get into marriages with them. Unless, you know what I'm saying? You have to be sure you got to know what you're doing here. Okay, it says, because they will turn you, thy son, from following me, that they may serve other gods. So will the anger of AHAYAH be kindled against you and destroy thee suddenly. See, he say, I'm not going to make them pay. I'm going to make you pay. And see, they know our law is better than us. They know, because we went under the curse, a lot of people refuse to go into this book. Why? Because they rather be lawless. They don't want nobody to tell them what to do. They want to do as thy wilt. They try to act holier than thou. They try to act God-fearing and all this stuff. But they won't go into this book and read these laws and do what the Most High say do, like come out of my people. They won't do that. They'll make up every kind of excuse, every reasoning in the world of why they can't listen to the Most High and do what the Most High said do. He said, come out of her, my people. And a lot of you know that. A lot of you understand that. But you will still sit in Babylon and make up excuses of act like, why, what, and act like you don't understand it. You don't know it. You got to do this. Listen, it is what it is. But just like this, that's why people don't want to go into this book. They don't want to read these laws, statutes, and commandments because they don't want to do what the Most High say do. He said, don't deal with other nations with marriage. I'm paraphrasing, because they're going to turn you away from serving him. They're going to serve their gods. So when you see these people sacrificing their children to Moloch, that's them serving other gods, throwing up the hand signs and acting like they playing dumb, and they're crying over their children when they know they sacrificed them. That's why with the girl in that resort with the fiance, and him possibly unaliving her, she was a sacrifice. A lot of these people, even with the Trayvon Martin, it was real sketchy with him. And I'm not saying this is what he did or they did, but a lot of them had the black and white floors, or they'll wear black and white, and they'll, be crying over the Most High and trying to act like they're so sorry for this death. And, they wear the checkerboards, and they have the checkerboard floors and the checkerboard something, This is what they do. And they'll send messages to one another, letting them know that I'm not going to say nothing and they're not going to talk. This is what they do, brothers and sisters. And we can't get all emotional and caught up in their foolishness, thinking that everything is okay, because it's not okay. They're doing what they want to do. They're serving the God they want to serve. And it's not your business. But yet we want to pour our money into these people, send them donations, then they split it up amongst themselves, and they're laughing at the children of Israel. This is why they come here, take our jobs, take the civil rights movement. They've taken everything. Just like those Chinese people with them stores. They thought they were real funny. They thought they were being really cute. They were being really smart, laughing in our face and daring us daring them people to boycott them because they thought we were so asleep that they was going to get away with it. Okay? They thought we were so asleep, y'all, that they was going to get away with it. But look what the Most High did. Okay? Who crying out now? The same thing with the Sudani people over in Michigan or Minnesota, wherever they were, getting grants and money off of the backs of the children of Israel. And it was a nice gesture that at least Cardi B did come out and say on like CNN or something. She got real, I love it. She was like, well, if it wasn't for the Black Americans and their sacrifice, we as talking about the Dominicans and the Puerto Ricans, we couldn't come over here and enjoy these things. They laid the footprint for us. They laid the groundwork for us. Thank you, Cardi B. Thank you for at least acknowledging the children of Israel and how we paved the way for most of these people to come over to these countries and enjoy the luscious life that they're enjoying, that we can't even get a loan or a subsidy or nothing, but some food stamps. That's what we get. Okay? So I appreciate that, Cardi B. And everybody should give her a little comment. Appreciate you, because who knows what's going to happen to her for saying it. Okay? But let's just keep going. So the Most High said, don't give into marriages with them. Don't do this because they're going to turn you away from it. Okay, he said, but thus shall ye deal with them. You shall destroy their altars, break down their images, cut down their groves, and burn their graven images with fire. Why did the Most High say that? Why is he being so strict? Why? Because he know how they get down. He know that at every chance, see, we'll be innocent. We'll praise our Most High. We won't intrude and infringe. What will we believe on others? No, but they don't play that scrap with us. They make sure even being in a Muslim country, they'll tell us, oh, your book is tampered with. They come out with every excuse of why our Bible is not true. Same, everywhere you go, it's the same attitude. Even when people have false gods and they call it on the YAH, real strong in their way with us. They real strong. When you start talking about the name of AHAYAH and the I am that I am, and they'll come out with the moreover. They got every reason in the world not to call on AHAYAH. It's just something about the wickedness on people. You got to stand strong in this truth with these people. You can't be, mealing around and acting all meek. It's nice to be meek. The meek will inherit the earth. But you better stand up for the Most High and proclaim his name and his truth during this end time. Okay? Because that's what the Most High said do. Okay? It's nice to be meek, but you better proclaim it. You better stand. You better not be lukewarm, because the Most High will spew you out his mouth. Praise AHAYAH Bahashim Yashaya. Thus saith AHAYAH. Okay? So let's, so that we clear on how we're supposed to do. Because these people are aggressive. They are aggressive with the wickedness. These people who worship Satan and doing all these rituals, they're aggressive, brothers and sisters. That's why you have to be just as aggressive. That's why I'm coming on so strong. I have to. Because people try to act like they like to play dumb. It's real. It became real, a lot of ambiguity. Nobody knows. It's real, Oh, sister, you too, you haughty, you this and that. No, I'm fighting for my life. Because I want to make it. I want to stand in the Most High's kingdom. I'm fighting for my life, brothers and sisters. And I pray you fight for yours too. I pray you get out of Babylon, you get in the right place, in the right situation, and stand and fight for this truth. Fight for your life like it depends on it. Like your life depends on this truth, knowing where to be, knowing what name to call on, knowing how to keep the holy days, knowing how to serve him. Fight for your life, brothers and sisters, because you only get one. You only get a chance, brothers and sisters. So you need to figure this thing out real quick and real fast. Praise AHAYAH Bahashim Yashaya. Because these people are not playing. It's coming. You need to get up. And every time you see like a Noel Wells situation, that should be a reminder of how these people get down. It's amazing to me. Nobody is saying nothing in their community, y'all. No, I mean, unless it changed in the last hour or two, nobody has come up and said nothing. They are standing strong, brothers and sisters. On what they believe, what they did, nobody's saying nothing. That should let you know right there. This is not a game for them. They're serious about this. If there was any inkling of innocence, I mean, it shows how diabolical they are. The fact that nobody is saying nothing. That should be ringing in everybody here. That's the red flag that is glaring in your face. The fact that nobody has come up and said nothing. They're standing for what they did. They're standing for what they believe. As we still wait for this autopsy. Like both of them going to come out at the same time when one was clearly done days before the other. But we still haven't gotten one? Unbelievable. And nobody's saying nothing. I mean, unless it's changed, then I'll be corrected. No problem. But as of 2 hours ago, or how long I've been on, 1 hour and a half, nobody ain't said nothing. And just like with us, with being the children of Israel in America under curses, serving these people, they ain't telling us who we are. They all in consensus. Don't tell them who they are. Don't tell them what happened to Nolan Wells. Nobody said there's a code among them. But with us, everything goes. We in la la land. We spending our money, pouring it into GoFundMe, not preparing for what's coming for our own selves. Nobody's gonna have a clue when things hit the fan. Nobody, you warning people, you telling them, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. I gotta put a GoFundMe in place. I'm here at the place. I showed you the land, I showed you the tents, I showed you everything. Our people won't budge. You're like, nope, she this, she a grifter, she did, warning them from the rooftops. She this, she that. I don't know. Get here. Look, I don't even want to talk about our people. They get here, act the fool. Nobody want to do nothing. I don't know how you come to a foreign country and don't want to do nothing. Listen. I ain't going to say nothing about that. But I'm just saying, y'all, it's right in your face. Hand over fist, hand over fist. So that's why a lot of people, going against that brother for saying certain things. And maybe it's not what you say, it's how you say it, all this stuff. But our people, boy, woof, hot mess. I pray y'all wake up. I pray y'all see, I got 2 banners up there. So if you can't see, the other one is small, the other one is bigger. We got to get prepared, brothers and sisters. It's coming. Tomorrow it'll be a whole nother thing about this war. I mean, it just comes like this. Out of nowhere, boom. And I'm going to put it out there right now so that I haven't mentioned it before, but brothers and sisters, the Most High showed me coming about the Feast of Dedication. The Feast of Dedication. Just remember that I'm telling you about the Feast of Dedication. It's usually fall at the end of November. Brothers and sisters, get out, get out, get out. Now, I can't really put out there the entire message, but it says the fire is coming. And it was shown to me in ancient Phoenician Hebrew. So a lot of people want to talk about our language. We ain't got no language. Listen, the Most High is speaking. I wish I can really come out with it. And maybe one day I will be able to. But for right now, If I've not said anything all these years, and y'all know I've been talking for years, and most of the stuff I've said has come to pass. The Most High has not closed his mouth when it comes to me. When I be giving y'all information and telling y'all stuff. Now he's been holding back these winds, but he's been telling me, daughter, speak to my people. And that's why I've been coming before you relentlessly, telling y'all, get out, get out, get out. Jordan is a safe place. I did the secrets of the times. I showed you the calendar. I showed you everything, brothers and sisters. So I pray y'all take heed. I pray you listen, take heed. Stop throwing your money away in these causes. I'm sorry. AHAYAH bless the deceased and all these things. But when you look into these situations, there's always some funny style stuff going on. And you know it. And I know the children of Israel, we have a heart to help. We got a heart to be loving and kind. But brothers and sisters, it's time for us to get ourselves together. We need tents. We need water. We need sheep. We need goats. We need food and shelter. We need the land. We need it, brothers and sisters. And I'm here. Let's do it. Please go to the GoFundMe. Put money in the GoFundMe so we could get a piece of land that we can have at least one place. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be big enough for millions of people, but it's a start for us to have a foundation for people. Now, listen, trust me. I know enough people here. For me, I can have the place. But when I'm talking about our people who are coming out and people, I can't supply it for everybody. We have to come together and do it for ourselves. We have to do it, brothers and sisters. And we can't be stiff-necked about it. We got to prepare, brothers and sisters. Stop throwing away money on this stuff. I mean, I'm not saying that it's not important or to help these people, but brothers and sisters, what's coming, you ain't ready for. We must prepare. We need the land. We need tents. We need the water. I have a tent right outside my window, right here. I have a big old tent. But one tent ain't going to be enough. And I'm talking about it's the big tents with the char here. Mine's is sitting right outside. I have a few of them, actually. Now, I have to get hold of the other one. But the one I got right sitting outside, that's my tent. I have a tent. So it's not that I need anything from anybody. I don't. I have enough loot. If I turn this camera around, you see all the stuff I have. I've been storing up. I've been preparing. But I can't prepare for you guys. And I know you're coming. Because there's only one place. There's only one place, brothers and sisters. So I know you're going to be here. This is why the Most High sent me and told you to speak to the children of Israel. Tell them, warn them, let them know. You see the signs, brothers and sisters. We must do it. We have to do it. Because when you get here, I don't want to hear the cry. I don't want to hear you crying out. So I pray you take heed, brothers and sisters. Look at the show, brother. It's right there. We need land. We need tents. We need water, shelter for other brothers, people who don't have. It's coming. Okay, let me finish. So, going back to marriages, giving into marriages, we're not supposed to do it. He said, he told us to break all that stuff down. Don't be docile and meek when it comes to standing up for his word. It's okay to be meek in the spirit. Okay, I understand. But when it comes to him and his word, you are the priests and the kings of the earth. You have to speak up. Who else is going to give the law? You have to stand up. And you got to be firm. Because there's people who are sneaky and slick. They think they slick. They can out-talk you. They can out-maneuver you. You have to be firm on what you know. 7 and 6. For thou art an holy people. We are the holy people. We are the righteous ones. We're the ones who are going to bring the law. We're the ones who are going to bring the understanding. You got to know who you're serving. You got to know these laws, statutes, and commandments. You got to get back into this book. Okay? It says, you are a holy people unto a higher thy power. Thy power hath chosen thee as a special people. And that's why they jealous, brothers and sisters. That's why they hate you. That's why they drown this brother Nolan Wells and, beating the woman, you know, beating her to death and, just tearing us apart as a people, setting us up to be marching and stuff like that. Got the National Guards in the cut, ready to take our people down. Soon as you start uprising, that's their cue. That's why they're trying to provoke you into these race wars. But the race war in the Bible been happening a long time ago, and I'm gonna get into that too. But I wanted to bring out these scriptures about why you're not supposed to do what the Most High tell you not to do. This is what they'll do to you. They will tear you to shreds, brothers and sisters. It's so sad what they did to that young boy. But this is what the Most High warned you about. Don't get involved. Don't get involved. Get into your book and get the heck up out of Babylon. That's what you're supposed to be doing. Don't get involved, brothers and sisters. They crying out, they want us to march. The black people won't help us. They won't do this. The Chinese people now, they crying out, want you to come back and support their stores. Nope. Support each other. We got to support each other, brothers and sisters. It's time to prepare, get ourselves together, and get out of Babylon. It says, thou art an holy people, say thy power, AHAYAH. AHAYAH hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Let me highlight that. Because see, y'all don't understand. I don't think y'all do. Y'all don't understand what the Most High did. This is why they hate us. Y'all want to know why they hate us so much? You want to know why they hate us? Because the Most High said, AHAYAH hath chose thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Brothers and sisters, that's the beginning of the matter. That's the conclusion of the whole matter. This is why they would hang us on trees like they did Christ. This is why they kill us. The police kill us. You scared to walk out your door because you're afraid for your life. This is why they hate you. And don't get it twisted. Don't believe the hype that we can all come together. We could all get along. We could all this. Ain't nobody. We can all be one. They're quick to say that stuff. But the moment they get an opportunity, this is what they do to you with Nolan Wells. The moment they get the opportunity, this is what they do. Because they hate us. Because they hate our power. They hate AHAYAH and his son Yashaya. They hate him because he chose you to be a chosen people unto himself. This is why. And don't ever, that's why it's important. You got to go to scriptures. You got to read about our power. You got to know about our power. You got to understand why people are doing what they do. And we are always the target until Christ comes, until Yashaya comes back. We are the target, brothers and sisters. You got to come out of Babylon. You got to start preparing. You got to get out of America and start to prepare. Jordan is the safe place. Thus saith AHAYAH. I'm going to put the link for Qadash, all the information for Qadash, that's in Jordan, showing you this is where Moses and our forefathers dwelled for 40 years. From Aqaba all the way up here to Qadash. They dwelled back and forth. They went from place to place. This is where our forefathers was, in Jordan. And before I forget, let me put the link in the description box. Read it for yourself. I put the Hebrew. I gave you the Strong's Concordance for the Hebrew so you could break it down for yourself. Jordan is the safe place. This is only one place. He has one name, AHAYAH, one son, Yashaya, and one place where he said he's going to save you when it's time. Jordan is that place. We are to get here and get saved. Get here and keep the Lord's statute commandments. Get here and learn about the Most High AHAYAH. Don't get here and think you could do whatever you want to do. It's not for you to get here and start calling on different gods and doing whatever you want to do. You must learn about him. You want the protection of him, you must worship him. The right power. Don't come here and act like you don't know and you ain't got a clue and no, you don't know and you can't figure it out, because it ain't that hard. Once you're pointed in the right direction, it ain't that hard to figure this out. Okay, brothers and sisters? So we're not going to make those excuses. You must come here, but you must learn the power. His name is AHAYAH. I am that I am. His son's name is Yashaya. Okay, now, so that's Deuteronomy 7, 1 through 6. This is why the Most High tells you not to deal with these nations. So we ain't supposed to be doing all that. We're doing too much. First of all, this is why this stuff has got to happen. And the Most High is giving you the warning signs and letting you know every little thing is supposed to remind you, bring you back your remembrance of him. Okay? Okay, when you go to 7, it says, AHAYAH did not set his love upon you. He loves us. Or chose you because you were more in number than any people, for ye were the fewest of all people. But because AHAYAH loved you, because he would keep the oath which he had sworn unto our forefathers, unto Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He gave his word, brothers and sisters, AHAYAH's promise. That's why I call my music page AHAYAH's promise, because his promise to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, that he gave, that he would bring his people back. After 400 years, he will bring us back into this land. This is the land in Jordan. That's the promise. That's what AHAYAH's promise means. We are a chosen people. We are the people that he said he would call us out of Babylon and bring us back into the land and prepare us to go into Zion. This is why we come in here so we can learn about the Most High, get back under the Lord's statutes and commandments, learn his name, learn his holy days, learn how to feast unto him, how to worship him, how to serve him, so that when we go back into Israel, we will know what to do. That's why you come into the wilderness. So just so that you know, he told Moses in Exodus, when he told Moses to bring the children out for a 3-day journey, so that they can have a feast unto him. So when we feast and we do our Thanksgivings, and that's not the real holidays. When we do our holy days and we feast and we cook our food and we worship and praise him, that's what he wants us to know how to do it and when to do it. That's why you're coming back into this wilderness, to get those laws, to get understanding of who he is and how he wants to be served. That's why you're coming. So in case you didn't know why you had to come out of it, he's going to force you to come out, brothers and sisters. The Most High is going to force you. I'm warning you and I'm telling you, I'm giving you the understanding, because this is what he told me to do. But eventually, he's going to force your hand. He's going to make you have to come, or you're going to not make it at all. One of the other, you're going to have this choice, and you have this choice now. He's saying you could do it the easy way, or you're going to do it the hard way. One or the other. One or the other. And I always tell people, like, you don't know what the other is going to be. You might have to swim. And if you don't know how to swim, that's going to be an issue for you. You may have to swim across the Mediterranean to get here. You don't know what it's going to entail. Because he's giving you an ample chance, ample enough time to come out the easy way. He's telling you what to do. He's showing you how to do it. He's showing you where to go. I'm giving you all the information. I'm telling you what we need. I'm putting it on the banner. Listen, this is what we need. We need to get some land. We need to get some tents. We need to get water. We need to get sheep and goats. We need to have raised vegetation, all this stuff so we can buy. I'm telling you exactly what to do, what we need, how to get here, everything you need to go. But trust me, if the Most High, I'll wait. If the Most High wants you here in this land, if you're one of those people that's supposed to make it out, you're going to come out either the easy way or you're going to come out the hard way. One or the other. Okay? It is what it is. I'm just trying to, make it easy so that you guys don't have to go through what you might have to go through, what most likely you will have to go through for not listening, for not doing things when you move, when he say move. Hold on. Okay? So now, let me go to, didn't I say I was going to go to Matthew? I want to go to Matthew 24 just quickly because, this is the whole war and rumors of war. They be trying to, I'm just going to make this brief. The reason why they want to try to act like this is going to be a race war, and they trying to set you up to make it look like a race war by getting you all emotional, and now you want to fight because you feel that Nolan was, beat up. They put that stuff out there. They're paying these influencers, to say certain things to trigger you as our people to, one, spend your money up, run you out of money. So that's why you in the GoFundMe spending their money up. So because it's ironic that you send them GoFundMe to these situations when you need to be sending the GoFundMe to this situation so that you can survive. It's ironic that the same little money that you sending over there is what you're supposed to do for the Most High and what he told you to do. But, people hard-headed, stiff-necked, just that, okay. A hard head make a soft behind. Remember, I told you that, okay? Okay? Not trying to be funny, but it is. I just sit back and be, amazed. I'm just amazed. I'm in awe with the Most High, y'all, because I see what he's saying to do. I see how he's doing things, and it's unbelievable. But what's more unbelievable to me is how the children of Israel refuse. They don't listen. It's like our people, us as a people, don't listen. And it is hard-headed and as stiff-necked as you can ever be. It's amazing. I'm just amazed. But, I got to do what I do. I have to do what the Most High told me to do, and I'm sticking to what he said do. That's calling the children of Israel, putting it plainly in your face, showing you exactly what the Most High said, so that there's no ambiguity. You can't act like, oh, you didn't know. You can't act like when you stand before him, you ain't going to be able to say, I did not know. You're not going to be able to do that because I told you. Sister Connor, he's like, now he's going to say, no, that's not true. But my daughter, if there's one thing I can say, is that he told you. If nothing else, I had to come on to at least tell y'all. Even when I don't even feel like making no videos, and y'all don't know. Praise AHAYAH by Yashaya. So let's go to Revelation 20. It's Matthew 24. And let's just look at that quickly. I just want to briefly tell you why they emphatically trying to act like there's a race war brewing. They've been saying that for years, y'all. A race war. They've been saying this for years, but that prophecy has already passed. The race wars that the Most High was talking about in Matthew was the uprising in Egypt, in Tunisia, in Yemen. That was, people fighting, the races going back and forth. That was all about. But if they have you still thinking that this is the time for the race wars, you start to look at the prophecies like you have time. That's why they see that they're doing their little witchcraft and sorcery on you right in front of your eyes, making you think like, oh, we got time. But the only time you have is because the Most High is holding back the winds, y'all. He's stopping things because he's trying to give you enough time to get out, to come to your senses. He know that they rocking you to sleep. He know that there's witchcraft and CERN and all these things. But as a people, you should still be able to discern an inkling. Something should be stirring in you. Like, we need to go. These people are getting worse and worse and worse. I mean, they just getting more blatant with the killing our people. They just more blatant. Guys, no white people have come up and said nothing. Like, I can't get over that. They're not saying nothing. The nerve of these people. They don't care. The whole earth is looking at them, and not one of them are stepping up to say anything. If that ain't the gall, if that ain't the nerve, y'all, I don't know what is. And so that's why the Most High is being merciful. He's holding back the winds and like snap out of it, y'all. Sitting in Babylon thinking that you got time. What? They picking our people off one by one. Tomorrow you'll hear something else. Another black person. YouTubers. They knocking these YouTubers off. Because first of all, they making too much money. They're in the $1 million club, and these people are making money, so they're knocking them off. You're hearing about a lot of YouTubers just passing away. One by one, they're picking these people off. It's unbelievable, y'all. It's right in our faces. This is how they do it. And there's no shame in their game. Okay, let me go. I know y'all say, when you gonna get to it, girl? I know. Matthew 24. Let's go down to let's okay. Matthew 24 and 7. Okay, but let me just give you the scenario. I'll take it up. The sign of the end of the age. Okay, that's the end of Esau's world. That's the end of the rule of the people who is ruling right now. We're not ruling right now. Our rulership is coming up next. When Christ comes, he's coming with full dominion and power and glory. And that's our king. We're going to stand with him. That's our salvation. So that's why we're looking forward. That's why you need to make it until the end. That's why you need to make it and get out of Babylon so that you can see that salvation. Because America is going to be destroyed. No life will be in Babylon, brothers and sisters. The Most High ordained it. He made it a decree. That's why he said, come out of her, my people. There will be no life in America as we know it. That place will be destroyed. And the Most High said, come out of her. My people, Jordan is the safe place. Okay, so let's read. The sign of the age, you can see that. Matthew 24 and 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us then, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming? What will be the sign of your return is what they're asking the most Yashaya Christ. They're asking him, talking about the end time. What's going to be the signs? We need to see the signs of when you're going to return, because that's when we know you're going to be in full dominion. You're going to have your kingdoms, and we're going to be your disciples, and we're going to be right there. So they want to know, when is he coming back? So this is not talking about 70 AD, none of that. He's talking about the end times. So a lot of people like to mesh this with 70 AD. No, they were given a specific questioning to Christ. What will be the sign of your return, of thy coming? He ain't coming back 2 and 3 times, none of that. He was there, and there's a time for him to return. This is what they want to know, right? And the end of the world. So it's not talking about 70 AD, y'all. Okay. So, people like to get all that misinformation and disinformation, spew lies and mingle it and all that stuff. But the disciples were specific. 24 and 4. And Yashaya answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. So he said, pay attention. There's going to be a lot of foolishness going on. Don't be deceived. He said, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Yashaya, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. Now, y'all know I liken this to the Hebrew Israelite community has been taken down. These brothers, that's why nobody is telling you Jordan is the safe place. That's why nobody going to tell you that. Because when you're in America, that's why the Most High moved me out of America with the quickness. I had to go. He said, daughter, you're going to speak. He said, but you're going to get up out of there. So I had to leave America in order for me to speak. He didn't want me to do that in America. I had to wait till I came out. He placed me in Jordan, and he said, daughter, speak. And that's why I come before you with the information that I'm coming with you. Okay? That's the only reason. I wasn't doing this in America. He told me to leave America, to come and speak and stand. And this is why I'm here. Okay. So you need to know that. Okay. He said, many shall come in my name saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. And that's why I tell you about these Israelite people, plants that's sitting in Babylon, that's not telling you to come out, not telling you to leave, not telling you where to go. You can't point to a scripture and tell you that this is this. They're trying to point you to these old ancient maps. And listen, and these people who try to tell you to go to Africa, now that they're putting people out of Africa, now they're looking at Ethiopia all of a sudden. Now they're talking about Ethiopia now. Because that's why it ain't thus saith AHAYAH. Because they can't tell you where to go. They changing their tune now, and it's the Most High telling you that that's not where he told you. He ain't tell you to go to Africa. South Africa, they putting the people out of Africa. So now what you gonna do? What you gonna do now? Now he's talking about Ethiopia now. Now all of a sudden Ethiopia, all of a sudden. No, it's Jordan. It's only one place, brothers and sisters. The Ethiopian people are not the people. Sorry. They're not. Okay, so then it goes to 6. This is what I want to tell you. He said, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors. See, we've been stuck on this prophecy for 50 years almost. They've been talking about wars and rumors of war, and that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come pass, but the end is not yet. We passed that a long time ago, brothers and sisters. We passed that prophecy. But they'll try to stick you on that because they want to sit you in Babylon, keep you still because they're paid plants, and they got you sitting there waiting for destruction. And then they got private jets and planes, and they're getting up out of there. But you're going to be sitting there. Okay? Just like, let me just tell you a quick one for those who are GOCC people. When they went to the Passover this year, from what I understood, okay, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but Elder Vakar did the Passover and was then talking about, oh, I got to go. Oh, I got a plane. He was going to lead the people there. Now, I was telling people, I wouldn't even be, don't set yourself up to be, even though it's nice and everything, it's a beautiful thing. But he got a private jet. He can get up out of there and go. Whenever they tell him to go, he's going to leave. And he was setting up to do it too. Because it was said that he had to go. Oh, I got to go. He was going to leave the people at the Passover because who knows, like I was telling y'all, they setting our people up to be destroyed. These are paid plants. They're going to do it to you. Don't get it twisted. May not didn't happen this time. Okay, but you keep playing with fire if you want to. I'm just putting it out there. Now, you tell me if I'm wrong or right. If that didn't happen. Oh, I got to go. I'm going to perform and I got to go. Well, where are you going? I know everybody was like, yeah, okay. Okay. Keep playing. See what's going to happen. I'm just saying it now. Don't act like you didn't hear it. Don't act like you don't know. I'm just telling you. Okay, so it says, you should hear war, rumors of wars. They've been stuck on that prophecy forever. Nation shall rise against nation. This is what they try to say is race wars. Okay, nation shall rise. So this is why they're trying to act like, oh, they're trying to gear y'all up to try to act like, oh, this is going to be race. We still ain't had no race wars in America because that's not what the prophecy was talking about. The nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom. There should be famines, pestilence, earthquakes, and dry. All that stuff is happening and has happened. When there was Tunisia uprising, they were fighting against each other. When it was Egypt uprising, our people was fighting the land. That was the nation rising against nation prophecy. Kingdom against kingdom prophecy. When they took down Egypt, when they took down Libya, when they took down Yemen, they still trying to take down, they took down Syria. All that stuff from Daniel, that is the prophecy. We're not in that because see, if you focus on this right now, you think we got time. This is how they try to deceive you. You still think you have time, brothers and sisters. And I just wanted to bring that out. Put some, in your ear, so you have some food for thought, so that you can think about it, because they'll try to deceive you. There's a lot of witchcraft. There's a lot of agents, plants. People are sitting here, and they even got to sit there and twiddle their thumbs and make up stuff because it didn't happen yet. Okay? And that I explain. These are the beginning of sorrow. So this is what they're trying to act like we're in now. No, brothers and sisters. We are here at the end. The Most High said, get out, come out of her. It says, then they should deliver you up to be afflicted. This is what they're doing now. Sitting you in Babylon talking about, oh, the spaceships are coming. Oh, we don't have to flee because this, that, and the third. There's always some reason. Well, now it's the Most High is coming. He's going to deliver us. Oh, he's going to deliver us. When it's clear that the Most High said he's not sending his son back to Babylon. He will not come to meet you as a man there. He's not coming there. That place will be destroyed. You are to flee. Come out of her, my people. That's what you are to do. And I know it seems like, a while, but the Most High said it. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Iran and America, more than ever should you have to be getting out of Babylon, because you see the prophecies. Iran and America. It's at the door, brothers and sisters. Get out, get out, get out. Praise AHAYAH Bahashim Yashaya. His every word is true. It's coming, brothers and sisters. Okay, just like in 70 AD, it says, and then, many shall be offended. People get mad. You start telling them they don't want to listen. Many false prophets. That's why you got all these brothers in there in Babylon telling this is what the Most High was telling you. Possibly the elect will be deceived because their brothers, our people, they throwing up them hand signs. They sacrificing to Moloch. They worshiping other gods. This is what they're doing. They're doing it, but it's right in your face. But you want to act like you don't really see it. You don't see the hand sign. You don't really see that they're lying. You don't want to believe it. You don't believe that they're going to do it to you. When Elder Ricard was like, oh, I got to go. During the Passover, he was going to get on a plane. He was letting you know. He was preparing you. I pray y'all pay attention. Did he not do that? For those people who was at that Passover, did he not get up on that stage and act like he had to get up out of there? Leaving y'all there? Okay, if something happened, he changed his mind, but he put it out there, let you know. It could happen. They get on a private jet, what you gonna do? Where you going? Where you gonna be? I'm just saying. Okay, so those are the scriptures I wanted to go in. There was something else I did want to touch on too, but I really want to tell you, I said I was going to briefly go into 2nd Ezra. I mean, in Ezra 9, where they just tell you again about intermarriage. Right here. Intermingling, that's why the Most High said, don't do it, brothers and sisters. Don't get all in your feelings with these people sacrificing their children and stuff like that. I mean, I just gotta say it. I don't know who. All I know is something funny is going on. I don't know who's doing what, and I guess it'll come out in the wash. Okay, but it's something funny because you got that man Crump, the black boule, throwing up them hand signs on his pictures, letting you know he's feeding information to somebody. He's letting them know, I'm not going, I'm not with them. He's letting them know by throwing up them hand signs, the 666, he's letting them know he's with them. So I don't know what to tell y'all. Y'all can believe it if you want. Somewhere, it ain't right. Okay, when you see Al Sharpton, they dug him up out of nowhere. We ain't seen him in a minute. What happened? Okay? Where they dug him from up from. But we know, y'all know, you act like you don't know, but you know. Okay, so y'all can keep throwing your money. Tomorrow there'll be another GoFundMe. Somebody else, something else will happen. They just draining y'all out of money instead of you focusing on what you need to be focusing on and preparing for what you need to be preparing for to get up out of Babylon. You need tents, you need water, you need a land, you need a place, transportation, sheep and goats to prepare, brothers and sisters, to get out. Stop wasting your money on these things that these people are dealing with, all kind of wickedness and foolishness. Oh my gosh. I mean, everybody quick to say, oh, Mississippi, it is Emmett Till. Then why are you there? Why are you there? The only black person among all these people. Why? Why? Like, what is it? So obviously you don't want to be around black people. It's obvious. So then why now? Where the Filipino people pouring in and donating and, where they at? It's always Jacob fighting everybody else's cause. But when it comes to us, each other, we won't do nothing. You ain't going to do nothing to save yourself, to get you out of that situation. And these people are pouring in all kind of helping hand from each other. They, and I mean, it's nice to see our people come together, but it's always for the wrong type of stuff. It's like we ain't got it. Something is wrong. Something is wrong. I could see, like, I've been on this thing for years, y'all. And I ain't going nowhere. Praise the Lord, y'all. I'm in the Most High will. I ain't going nowhere. I'll be here next week. Or if I miss a week or two, I'll be here. I ain't going nowhere. Sister Connie gonna be here. And when you come out, you're gonna see AHAYAH willing, you will see me. Praise AHAYAH, Yashaya. AHAYAH willing, you will see Sister Connie. Because I ain't going nowhere. This is the place. Oh, I said I was going to put the link for those of you who want to do a little bit of study to see that Jordan is a safe place. There's no ifs and buts in what's around it. Nobody can't lie. Ain't nobody can say. Okay? Praise AHAYAH. Ain't nobody can't say Jordan ain't the place no more. Now they talking about, oh, it's the cusp on the border of Saudi Arabia. Because they embarrassed and they can't save face. They can't just say, they wrong. And they can't say, thus saith the AHAYAH, because AHAYAH said Jordan, right? But we're going to see. We're going to see. We're going to see all this stuff play out. Praise AHAYAH. It's going to play out, okay? Like it's been playing out. Because the Most High ain't giving me no wrong information thus far. Everything he gave me was right on point, 100%. Thank you, Father. Praise AHAYAH. I got to give him the glory. I got to praise him. That's why I put his name in everything. I say his name on everything. Praise AHAYAH. Whew, he's amazing. Okay, so let me just give y'all the link. Hold on. You're going to get that link. So you can, for those of you who don't know, and you want to hear more, you want to hear about this, praise AHAYAH. I got some information for you. You could study to show yourself approved, that brother, sister. I know I probably didn't go and fix my calendar. I don't know how many months I have to go on the calendar, and y'all can check out the calendar, for what holy days we got coming up. Our next holy days should be the Feast of Tabernacles, the Feast of Trumpets, the Day of Atonement. That's in September, the first, second. It's, all September is a very holy month for us. It's a 7th month. So be on the lookout for that. I will fix my calendar because I haven't gone in a while. Yeah, I got so much stuff going on. So please forgive me with that. But I'm going to put right here in the link. Hold on. Go to this. It's Qadash. Qadash is in the Bible, when it gives you all the precepts, it gives you all the scriptures of what Qadash is. It's a place in the Bible where the children of Israel sojourned. Qadash is where the holy mountain is, and it's in Jordan. Don't let nobody lie and say, oh, it was Egypt or Saudi Arabia. No, it's none of those places. It's in Jordan. In the time of the Bible, Arabia was this whole peninsula. Arabia was considered Jordan and Saudi Arabia. They split it in half. So when it says Arabia, it's talking about Jordan as well. So a lot of people get confused with that because they have the landmass called Saudi Arabia. That was named Saudi Arabia later. In the time of the Bible, all of this land was called Arabia. Okay? And Qadash is Petra. Petra is Qadash. And that's where our holy mountain is. Okay, let me show you. So I put the link up. You can go there and you can read. Read it. It's a good read. A lot of information. Get you a pen and a pencil, brothers and sisters. And you can, a pen and a pencil, you can write down all the precepts. It gives you the Hebrew words, and you can look them up in the Strong Concordance. It's so important that you get this information and you know this information. That right there is the link, Qadash. And matter of fact, let me just share my screen with you. Hold on, and I can show you. So those are the scriptures I wanted to go into, basically about intermarriage. And I didn't go into Ezra. Okay, let me just look at that real quickly since I got it up. I didn't go into Ezra. I get sidetracked. But okay, I'll give you the synopsis and you can read it. And I'll put some of these scriptures in the description box as well. But Ezra was a Levite priest, and the Most High spoke to him. Let me read some of it. It says, now, when these things are done, the princes came to me saying, the people of Israel and the priests and the Levites have not separated themselves from the people of the lands. Just like us being in America, we're not supposed to get involved with the people in America, even though just because we're there, just because we're living there and everything, we're not supposed to get involved. Doing according to their abomination. It's an abomination to the Most High. It's the same thing as you worshiping another God. The Most High said it's an abomination for us to get married and have children with these other nations, right? It says, even of the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Perizzites, the Jebusites, the Ammonites, the Moabites, the Egyptians, and the Amorites, the same people that's spoken of in the other scripture I read in Deuteronomy 7. It says, for they have taken their daughters for themselves and for their sons, so that the holy seed have mingled themselves with the people of the land. Just like in Deuteronomy 7, we are considered a holy people, and he don't want us mingling with the other nations. It's just not it's not part of the law. We're not to do that. We're breaking the law. Not only are we breaking the law, it's an abomination. So if one of us is married to a Gentile, a sin comes on the whole nation, a curse. So this is why they push that mixed marriages and intermingling. They push it all on the internet. Like I was just watching this girl, Measley. She's a black girl. Like she looked like she's African, and she's married to a guy, a Chinese guy. So Japheth, and they got like 10 kids, 11 kids, and they just procreate. And this is just like abomination to the Most High in his face. He said, don't do that. But that's why they promoting all this mixed marriages on the internet. And that's why that girl who got underlined by her fiance, if you don't know the law, statutes, and commandments, it seems like nothing. It seems like, oh, it's tragedy because she got killed, but you don't understand the bigger picture. It's an abomination to the Most High. These things are, we putting it right in the Most High face. If you know the law, then you understand. It's like the Most High is trying to get our attention. This stuff be happening because we are breaking his laws. Okay? So it says, for you have taken their daughters for themselves and their sons, so that the holy seed have mingled themselves with the people of the lands. Yea, the land of the princes and the rulers have been chief in this trespass. It's a trespass. It's a sin. And when I heard this thing, this is Ezra the priest, I rent my garments and my mantle and plucked off the hair of my head of my bed and sat down astonished, because he forgot. He wasn't keeping track of keeping his law, statutes, commandments. They were all doing it. Listen, he said, they were assembled unto me every one that trembled at the words of AHAYAH of Israel, because of the transgression of those that had been carried away. And I sat astonished. They were living in another land, but they were still sinning against the Most High. Astonished until the evening sacrifice. Listen, I'm not going to read it all. I'm just going to read a little bit. And at the ending sacrifice, I rose up from my heaviness, and having rent my garment and my mantle, I fell upon my knees, spread out my hands unto AHAYAH my power, and said, Oh, AHAYAH, I am ashamed and blush to lift my face to thee, O power, for our iniquities, our sin, are increased over our head, and our trespass is grown up into the heavens. 7. And since the days of our fathers have we been in great trespass until the day. He's saying they've been doing it from the beginning. And our iniquities have we, our kings and our priests, have delivered into the hand of the kings of the land, to the sword, to captivity, and to a spoil, and to confusion of face, as it is this day. He's saying the reason why all this stuff is happening to us, one thing, all this death, people are being killed, or the Most High is putting it in your face because the sin is raising up before his face, the abomination, and nobody is talking about this. These brothers won't say nothing. Why? Because they've been infiltrated, brothers and sisters. The infiltration in America, you cannot speak. The kings of the earth who's supposed to bring forth the law cannot speak. They have been subdued. So that's why nobody is saying this. But am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I will speak on behalf of my brethren, even though they know the law and they know they're not supposed to be doing, but they can't say nothing because Esau has his hand around these brothers' necks. And they're not going to give you the right thing to do. They're not going to tell you where to go, that Jordan is a safe place. They're not going to do it, brothers and sisters. But that's why the Most High had me sit here to warn you, to tell you, to plead with you, to remind you, to show you your transgression so you can get yourselves together, snap out of the psychosis, and get up out of Babylon. That's why he brought me here. That's why I have to come on and speak and tell y'all, snap out of it, y'all. This is an abomination to the Most High, and he's putting it right in your face with this Nolan Wells situation, with the girl Ashley Janae. Over and over and over, these people, these police officers, killing our people, putting it right in your face every chance he gets. He's putting it in your face, and unless somebody tells you and bring it out and show you your trespass, you thinking everything is okay. Oh, the Most High got me. No, he's angry with Israel because you're not listening. You're not coming out. You're not doing what you're supposed to do. You're transgressing the laws, and you're transgressing right in his face. He's saying, listen, this is what he said. Since the days of our fathers, we have been in a great trespass unto this day. And for our iniquities have we, our kings, our priests, been delivered into the hand of the kings of the lands, to the sword, to destruction, brother. That's why our people are getting killed and trampled over in Babylon, hand over fist. He's allowing this stuff to happen because our people refuse to listen and get up out of Babylon. You're too comfortable in that wicked place. The Most High said, come out of her, my people. I'm going to read it to you too. I'm going to go there before I close out. Okay? This is why the sword, to captivity and to a spoil and to confusion of face, as it is this day. So you want to know why all this stuff is happening? Because people refuse to get up and walk up out of Babylon. And it's only going to get worse until he's going to force you. And I say force you, brothers and sisters. You ain't going to have no other choice but to run up out of there. And you're going to run up out of there with nothing because you had the opportunity to run out when you could. Instead of giving GoFundMe to these people to these sacrifices to Moloch and going against the Most High. You're supposed to be sending your money so that we can build tents, water, land, sheep, cattle, vegetation, so that when you get here, you have something. Israel, get your mind right. Okay, so I'm going to just leave it there. You can read the rest of yourself. But basically, this is why we're going through all this stuff. And it's only going to get worse because Esau is not, he's not playing with y'all. Esau is not playing. He's going to make it so bad that you ain't going, and then he's going to make you take the mark of the beast. And then there ain't no coming back from that. There's no coming back from that. Once you make that choice, because you're choosing against the Most High the whole way. Like all this is you refusing. You refuse to come out. You don't want to listen. You refuse it. Then you're going to do the ultimate thing, is you're going to end up taking that mark of the beast, because now you're going to act like, oh, I ain't have no choice because my kids got to eat. Then that's it. That's a wrap. Once you do that. But this is leading up to it because you refuse to come out. You're not really listening. You're giving all your money away. You got every cause in the world. And listen, Esau going to give you a cause. He's going to give you a cause. People going to be dying left and right. This one get killed. This one get shot. This one get this, that, and molesting the kids, killing the kid, all kind of stuff. It ain't going to stop, brothers and sisters. So that's why I put in the thumbnail. When are you going to learn? When are you going to say, all right, you know what? When are you going to say it's enough? When is enough for you? Like, what's your breaking point? Because obviously you can tolerate a lot. I mean, you seeing all this foolishness and you just whatever. You have a high tolerance of the foolishness of this wickedness. Sitting in Babylon still enduring through this stuff. Like you have a high tolerance of wickedness. And like, it's amazing. But praise AHAYAH, Yashaya. It's not like he ain't calling you out though. It's not like he ain't trying to tell you, come out of my people. It's not like he ain't, telling you. So you gotta know. You know. Okay. So now I want to show you this. So you got the where is it? The Qadash information, so you can read it. If you haven't heard it before, you got the link. You can go to the link, read about Qadash. That's the safe place where we're gonna be. I haven't done my marathon videos in a while because of the internet was being so shaky. I've been moving around, but I'm gonna definitely try to get back to that. But also, guys, I'm doing my music. I'm working on a new album. And I pray you guys, let me show you. Please support me. I am putting up the album. It's in pre-sale. You can go get the pre-sale at my website, chandrasimmons.com. If you really want to support me, that's the best way to support me. Hold on. You can buy t-shirt, cups, or you can pre-sale the album. I'm not finished yet, and I'm trying to finish up, but you can, just buy it, and I'll deliver it to you when it's done. I'm praising AHAYAH for this. Hold on. I'm so happy. Praise AHAYAH. But this is a way, if you don't want to do the GoFundMe, which you should, if that's how you want to do it directly, so we can get the land, brothers and sisters. Look how easily, it's only been 12 days, and they got almost $1 million, maybe more than $250,000 for Noel, for Anthony, Kamala Anthony. 12 days, like 2 weeks, a month. We could do it, brothers and sisters. We can do it. We can get some land. We can have some water, food. Everything could be here ready and waiting. Praise AHAYAH. Praise AHAYAH, brothers and sisters. We can do it. So we don't have to act like we can't do it and how we gonna do this. How we could do it if we want to. We raised, I think they're up to 685,000 GoFundMe for this young man in 12 days. For Camelo, he's been had it as well, 600 something thousand as well. We can do it. It's not like we can't. The Most High knows we can do it. That's why I'm coming before you, because I'm going to rub it in your face. I'm going to rub it right in your face like, see? Most High say, Most High know. I'm rubbing it right in your face so that nobody can say nothing. You can't say, like, how are we going to do this? Most High making a way. He's showing you. You put the girl in the land. She's been talking to you for years. She's been telling you what you're going to do. Listen, I fear the Most High. I ain't trying to do nothing that ain't of the Most High, you know? I'm here. I depend on the AHAYAH. Every step of the way, everything I do, I depend on the Most High AHAYAH. Okay? That's my source. That's my source, y'all. And he's going to be your source too. So, y'all need to be obedient. Okay, but let me do what I'm doing. I'm sharing this screen so y'all can see the last part of it. Praise the AHAYAH. I hope I got through. I hope y'all, take heed. I was telling y'all about the I was talking before that he was talking about giving reparation, like 1,000 to each person, $2,000. You see, that didn't happen. But look what happened. Somebody got hurt, somebody got killed, people raising money for nothing. Not saying that it's not worth it. I'm saying it's a blessing that our people are giving. But brothers and sisters, we're gonna need in this wilderness, we're gonna need. And we better start preparing, because it's coming. Most High is not playing with us. Let me see. Hold on. I'm going to show y'all. Right here. This is another way you can support. I'm doing the music. I'm pulling out all the stops trying to raise money so we can get this land. But brothers and sisters, look, 12 days, y'all raised almost $1 million. We could do it. Okay? I'm just doing this just to say, look, I got stuff to sell. I got merch. Y'all know I'm here. I got to put together an album. I'm selling stuff. Do whatever I need to do to try to get this land. Support it, brothers and sisters. I've been here. I ain't going nowhere. Okay. Here we go. We got the Never Gonna Let You Go. That's my first single. I did that in 1987. This makes 40 years in the wilderness, y'all. 40 years. 2027 will be 40 years. So I'm doing this for the whole year, just promoting and putting out music, cups, t-shirts, hats. Here it is. Okay, 40 years in the wilderness. I liken it to us, same time. 40 years I've been in this music industry. And that's the single right there. You can purchase it now. Pre-sale. Here I got the Highest Promise t-shirts and cups. Okay. And also, after this, I will go back into a Highest Bible book club. If you want to join me on learning about the prophets and the scriptures, we're going to go back into that. I got journals available for that, bookmarkers, Song of Moses, t-shirts and hats. We're going to be doing some journaling, brothers and sisters. Get ready. Y'all could get your book. And even before we start journaling, I may start dressing up my books like I did before, and I'll have stuff to help you guys. If y'all want to, we're going to do some serious journaling. So, get ready for that. We're going to go back into these scriptures, heavy and hard, learning about these prophets, learning about attributes, how we're supposed to live, learning the examples of our forefathers. So, praise AHAYAH. This is another one. I love this book. I love the color of this book, guys. These are the 4 angels holding back the winds, but the girl reading the Bible. And for boys, if there's any brothers, the ones don't have a girl on it. It just has the angels holding back the 4 winds. And you see the city, they're holding back the destruction. And it's the Highest Bible Book Club. And I use the scriptures, Hebrews 6:18. And those scriptures are very important. Let me read that scripture to you, because that scripture is very deep. I'm going to read it really quickly. Hebrews 6:18. Oh, let me find it. Where's Hebrews? Yeah. 6 and 18. It's amazing. Look, look what this says. It says, 6 and 18, that by two immutable things in which was impossible for AHAYAH to lie, because every word is true, y'all. Everything he says will come to pass. He says, we might have a strong consolation who have fled, those who flee, who have fled for refuge, to lay hold upon the hope set before us. Praise AHAYAH. So, and that's one of the scriptures that the Most High showed me very early on, and that's where I get AHAYAH's promise from, because he said he's not going to lie. It's not a lie that we need to come out of her, my people. We need to be back in the land. The promise that he gave to Abraham to bring us back into this land, the land where our forefathers were before we go into our land, Israel. This is the promise. This is part of the promise. AHAYAH's promise is that he's going to bring us back. And this is a part of us going back. It's coming out of her. First, we got to learn the Lord's statutes and commandments. That's why we're coming into this wilderness, to get back under the law, to get the understanding of the Most High. So that scripture, Hebrews 6 and 18, is very, very profound. That by two immutable things in which it was impossible for AHAYAH to lie, we might have a strong consolation who have fled for refuge, to lay hold upon the hope set before us. So when you come out, you're fleeing, and you're laying and preparing in refuge for the hope of what the Most High said was going to come, and our salvation that is to come. Praise AHAYAH by Yashaya. So that's why I use that scripture on my AHAYAH's promise. And that was given to me, when I was waking up to the truth. I put that on my first album, God's Promise, and I used that scripture. Had no idea what that scripture meant. And now it means everything. It means everything about us coming out of America, preparing for this wilderness, getting back under the law, preparing to go into Zion. This is what it's all about, y'all. Praise AHAYAH. So thank the Most High. But this is what it looks like. I love the books, and so they're available. So we're going to be going into the scriptures. Got bookmarks, just, a whole lot of stuff. Never Gonna Let You Go, stuff like that. So the music is, I'm putting it all together, and I'm really excited about this project. So I pray you guys support it. I pray you guys come out. I pray we get the land. I pray that this is all, in your minds and heart to obey the Most High, to come out of Babylon. I'm praying for you, brothers and sisters. Know that I pray for you every day. I'm praying for the children of Israel, because, AHAYAH's word is true, and we must be obedient. We must listen. So I give all glory, honor, and praise to AHAYAH. I pray this was a blessing to you. I pray this would, gave you some food for thought. These scriptures set stamp in your soul, that it pierces through, brothers and sisters. That it's, it's raising up with you, because it's thus saith AHAYAH. It should affect you. It should, wrestle in your spirit. What should I do? What should I do? I gotta prepare. We can do it, brothers and sisters. Look how easily we do it. We do it for other things, but we won't do it for what the Most High said do. He said, come out of her, my people. And that's the last scripture I'm going to read. Revelation 18, come out of her, my people. Get out, get out, get out, brothers and sisters. The Most High is calling the children of Israel out, and pray you take heed before destruction hits, okay? Because it's not going to be a pretty sight. So I pray you take heed. Oh, the girl's not going to do it. Yeah. I'm not answering. Hold on. Let me just read this last scripture before I go. Did I close it? Hold on. Where is it? Okay, here it go. Here it go. I'll answer her in a minute, but let me just do this first. Praise AHAYAH, SHENANIGANS, Revelation 18. Let me read that scripture. Revelation Hold on, I'm sharing my screen. I don't see it. Hmm. Hold on. Oh, hold on. I don't know how this thing got so small. God. Okay, there it is. Praise the higher. Okay, really quickly, Revelation 18. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. Praise the higher by Shemeshaya. The Most High is calling his people out. Judgment is coming. You see, Iran and America is at the door, brothers and sisters. You see it. You see it. You know what it means. You know the prophecy. Iran and America. Iran is the Persian, the Medes and the Persians. They are set to destroy Babylon. Destruction is coming, brothers and sisters. And they know, and our people will be sitting in Babylon. Okay, so you can read the rest of this on your own, but it says, for her sins have reached up into heaven, and AHAYAH have remembered her iniquities. And that's why you see all this stuff going on, brothers and sisters. That's why you see it. You see it is right in your face. Okay, reward her even as she rewarded you, the double unto her double, according to her works, in the cup in which she had fill her double. Because the way they killed the prophets, the way they have lynched our people in Babylon, the way they killed Nolan Wells and all these other blacks, they put their foot in their necks. You know what I'm saying? One after the other, shooting them down in cold blood in the streets of America and Babylon. This is why the Most High is calling you out of there. And the nerve of some people trying to act like, oh, America is the Holy Land and that's our land. How, when all that bloodshed, the Most High said, come out of her, my people. That is not our land. That is not the Holy Land. And it's a cursed land and will be always a curse until judgment. So don't fool yourself, brothers and sisters. Get out, get out, get out. Praise AHAYAH B'Shem Yashaya. I give all glory, honor, and praise to the Most High, AHAYAH, and his son Yashaya. Okay? Bless you, brothers and sisters. I pray you have a blessed week. I pray you're making your way out of Babylon, that you don't, stand there a second more, because in a blink of an eye, listen, they'll be closing down the airlines. Just like, did y'all notice that they was like, oh, they really couldn't get a flight for the body of Nolan? There was a holdup. Why? Because there's so much shenanigans is going on in them airports, delays after delays. Why do you think they're doing that? They're doing all this stuff for a reason, because they're gonna make it eventually hard to travel, and people gonna act like they don't, but it's happening right before your eyes. They're doing it right in your face. They had a hard time getting that body moved from one city to the one state to the next state. And for months they've been having issues with the airlines. All of a sudden now they can't get a flight. So praise AHAYAH, brothers and sisters. I pray you all are well. And I'll leave you. I'm gonna put some music on. Praise AHAYAH. Okay, shalom. Shalom, brothers and sisters. I'll be on my AHAYAH's Promise, hopefully on my music channel next Wednesday, and then I will come do next Thursday. I don't know what I'm going to talk about for next Thursday, but it's definitely leading up to us getting out of Babylon And I'm bringing it out, and I'm going to continue to bring it out. Because nobody's going to have no excuse. There's going to be no excuses. Okay? Shalom, brothers and sisters. Get out of Babylon.
He died so I can live.
Yo, stop fronting and use your head.
Wake up. America is Babylon, and she will be destroyed. Revelation 18 says, come out of her, my people. You must leave now.
Imagine a nation, rich beyond imagination, overflowing with influence, power and pride. A land where the
Wake up. America is Babylon, and she will be destroyed. Revelation 18 says, come out of her, my people. You must leave now.